Yo, what is going on, car people of this world? Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to a new video, and welcome back to the last day. We have our Audi A3. This was really quick, but we need to talk about this car. Well, I just should not have bought this thing in the first place. Let's go for a ride. Well, here we are. My 2007 Audi A3, we just fixed it. It's just now able to be driven on the road. And tomorrow, we're selling it. It's already sold. Let's go for a quick little drive, and then we'll get talking about why we are already selling the Audi. Outside of the fact that it's really difficult to film and drive while using the manual transmission, which I probably shouldn't be doing that anyway, this thing is so much fun, like sincerely. I haven't really driven it anywhere, but this thing is an absolute blast. I do wish that I could keep it, but it just doesn't make sense. But for the time we have had it, and the time that I will still have it for the next couple hours, it's a lot of fun, that's for sure. All right, let's talk about the disaster that is my Audi A3. It's not the worst purchase because of how much I bought it for. I think I got it for a great price. It's not the worst purchase because there's too many things wrong with it that I can't fix. I'm almost positive I can fix everything on it. It's the worst purchase I made because of the situation that I'm in. Let me give you a little backstory. I purchased this car not even a week ago from the date that I'm recording this video, and it is being sold tomorrow. This video isn't going to be so much centered around the car as it is the lesson that I've learned from owning this car. And it's not like I learned how to change an oil pan or change out a brake caliper. No, it's a whole lot deeper. Just like anyone, I have dreams and aspirations to do the things that I wish to be done in my life. And this car is getting me nowhere close to any of them. I have a landscape company that's growing very rapidly and needs a lot of my attention. I just turned 21 on Monday, and there are goals that I've set for myself for being 21 that need my attention, and this car fits in none of those categories. Now, this isn't to say that you shouldn't do spontaneous things that could bring you a higher profit. If I were selling this car for $10,000, I'm sure I wouldn't be thinking the same thing, right? So this is all just part of like the risk game that you can play of, hey, this might go great, this might go bad. And this is something that just didn't turn out as well as I thought it would. But calculated risk is very different than blind risk. There was nothing calculated in this car. I purchased this within an hour of knowing that I could. This brings me to my first point of, I'm not ripping on project cars. I've had so much fun with this car in the week that I've owned it, not even a week. The problem was I did not do proper due diligence on resale value, what was really wrong with the car. I just was under the pressure of purchasing it, and I was under the excitement and whatnot of purchasing it. I did not do proper due diligence, and I let my emotions get in the way. I didn't even know how much the car was reselling for when I purchased it. I had no idea how much money it would cost to fix this car. It just wasn't smart, and you know what? I'm very thankful I learned this lesson on something that cost me in total under $2,000. One of the best sayings I've ever heard is good businessmen turn down good offers or good deals, good opportunities in pursuit of better ones. And this car could have been a good opportunity. It is a good opportunity, but I have a much, much better opportunity sitting directly in front of me. That's hard to see sometimes, you know? Lesson number 2 is understanding the value of your time. I was speaking with a friend shortly after I purchased this car, and he asked me, he said, "Sam, why did you purchase that car? You always tell me you have no time and this is gonna suck so much time." I said, "You don't understand. You do not understand, dude. Yes, I have a very tight schedule, but you don't understand how easy it's gonna be to make a lot of money off of this car." He says, "All right." And for the record, you are right. You know who you are. You were right. So knowing the value of your time is huge, because right now my time is valued a whole lot more in other places. So why I would go out of my way to purchase something that is going to be of less return than what I'm currently doing really makes zero sense. And it's in hopes that I would hit the absolute top end of the resale market. I recently read a book called Psychology of Money, and in that book they talk about plan on your plan not going according to plan. And I didn't do that. I planned on this car going according to plan, and it did not. So, with all of this to be said, I wasted about a week of my time, not in vain because we have this video and a wonderful lesson, but other areas needed much more attention than this car did. When building a business or doing anything that you wish to have excellent returns from, the more energy, the more focus, the more time you put into that avenue of life, the better return you're going to get. I like to think of this as like a laser. If I have a laser beam focused directly on this car, right? All of my time, my money, my energy, my resources are going directly to this car. This thing will be absolutely beautiful, absolutely pristine in less than a month. My time, my focus, my energy needs to be focused on my organization right now. My guys, my customers, my systems, everything that needs to be done over there, that's where my laser needs to be. And in my fun time, sure, I can go drive my car and make a fun YouTube video. To purchase another car and take that laser from, let's call that tree my business, and we're trying to cut down that tree, laser beam right at it. But now it's going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, plus whatever else that's going on in my life. The laser beam is not gonna get hot enough to be able to push through in a good foul swoop. So this car is taking the gaze off of what needs to be done. And inside of that, it's rising to the top because I'm so excited about it. So instead of even putting this on the side burner just to work on, it's becoming more important than estimates and emails I need to respond to and customers and whatnot. It's absolutely insane. And now you might be asking me like, yo, why are you even making this video? You're talking about not having time. I set time aside to film on the weekends because I enjoy it, so we're good, trust me. When it comes to purchasing something like this as well, looking into the potential avenues for you to better utilize your money is also something to heavily consider. Now there's always going to be something better you can do with your money. I understand that. But especially with this car, it could have been done in almost anything. There's a lot that needs to be done on the Lexuses. There's a lot that needs to be invested into the organization. And well, all of that money could have been better spent than on this thing, especially with how little I knew about the resale and like even like my potential for, you know, making a return on this car. So staying true to your goals ahead of you and putting your money behind that is going to be much better than just throwing it at a car that you don't know really what's going on with, or resale and blah blah blah. I know you probably weren't really expecting to see me here without the Audi, but unfortunately all of my footage got corrupt for the last couple minutes of the video, so I didn't get any of my third lesson or selling the car. Not cool. I just got one clip of him driving away, so that really stinks, but we're gonna make the best out of it and move on to lesson number 3. Not that I should have put more time and effort into the car, but I should have taken the asset that I had, meaning the car and the separate asset of the RS3 wheels, and I should have made the most out of those 2 items I had. The absolute cherry on top for me of this is the worst decision you ever made is the fact that I sold the car for less than I put into it. I lost $50 with this entire transaction. Now $50, no big deal, I'm not sweating it, but I should have made the absolute best out of it while trying to exit. Make the most of the situation you're in without jeopardizing your path to achieve your goal. Once I came to the conclusion that I needed to sell the car, I just wanted to get rid of it no matter what, and I listed the car for much less than I should have. The car sold within 24 hours of me listing it online. That's also a red flag. The RS3 wheels should have sold for at least $1,000 plus whatever the car would have sold for. I could have gotten probably close to $3,000 for this car. Instead, I got just over half that, $1,600 in total. Wasted a week of my time and lost money. This is a lesson. This is a lesson. And you would think that this is like my first time doing this, but I have flipped trailers, welders, cars before online, and I've always made a profit. So it's like, I don't know what was going on. I was like, oh my gosh. It's embarrassing, but it's a good reminder that no matter how skilled you are, you have to go back to the basics. I'm not calling myself skilled, but these are, I mean, baby steps. This is square one type stuff. Back to doing your due diligence. Another thing is I didn't realize how many problems were wrong with this car. Interior components were falling apart, the window was rolling itself down, the headlights did not work at all, the bumper was missing many clips, and those were just the things that I noticed. If I would have done due diligence and not sped through this process so fast, probably would not have ended up with the car. So that is my $1,000 lesson I present to you. In recap, make sure you're doing your due diligence without emotion in the picture, relatively speaking. Obviously, we're given emotions for a reason. You kind of have to take every deal you come to into perspective and judge it in the moment. Speaking for myself, out of this specific situation, I was way too emotional in my purchase. Lesson number 2, understand the value of your time. Where are you most valuable? And understanding that good businessmen turn down good offers for great ones. And of course, lesson number 3, make the most of the situation you're in without jeopardizing your path to achieve your goal. I hope this video was somewhat helpful to you. I know that just making this has solidified these thoughts into my mind. They say the best way to learn something is to teach it. And well, I hope this provides some sort of value to you. And with that being said, that effectively wraps up today's video. Next video is going to be a lot more normal. We've got big updates coming to the LS430, which I'm so excited to share, and I cannot wait for you guys to see what's going through this car. It's going to be absolutely awesome. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.